What's up, friends? Let me take off the last notes from the last break here, since I'm slacking. Try that again. Dun, 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 dun. Let's get screen sharing. Thank you guys for filling this up for me. Reply to a message real quick. What's up, Ricky? What's up, Ben? Got 10 people watching. I did not tag anyone in Twitch. I'm sorry. It's late. I'm ready to break. Do I have sound working here? I don't have a headset on today. Dodgers and Philly. I like it. What's up, Ricky? What's up, Ben? All right, I got sound. I could hear it. My shit is way behind. Perfect. Sweet. Let's spin some teams here. I'm guessing a couple of you guys or my people are already in bed, and I don't blame you. But Richard out in Cali, it's good time for him. Good luck, guys. Detroit going off the board quick and easy. McGonigal time for Richard. Steve H. Steve, I gave you the first one, Ben the second one. It's usually the other way around, so I want to switch it up tonight. Steve's got San Diego. Diana with the next two. Diana's going to have Miami, who's probably going to get an auto out of this product because, dear God, if I haven't seen Miami at least once in every case. And Boston, which has to hurt her heart, but is a good team to have. Jim P with the next two. Up, Philadelphia just went off the board on you, Ricky. He's a Mets fan, though, so if you get the Mets, he'll be trading. Up, Dodgers already off the board. Jim Peavy. No pressure. I'm just going to say Jim is the same one who just hit the Yamamoto superfractor for the Dodgers. So he's loaded up on Dodgers now. Jonathan. Going Tampa Bay. I thought that was going to fall to Houston. Corey. Corey's got St. Louis. That's a big team tonight. Brandon. Going to have Yankees. I have not seen anything Schlittler in this product yet. Like, other than like a Ray Wave. Dave, let's see if I get you your Twinkies or someone good. Apparently, I got you someone good. Kansas City. Diego. Diego's going Mizarowski hunting. A lot of big teams coming off the board early here. Michael S. with the next two. I'm also going to say it's shocking that the Dodgers went off the board and Sunkel didn't get them. We got Seattle and looks like San Francisco. Going West Coast tonight. Sebastian. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. Pittsburgh. And then Sunkel time. White Sox are still sitting here, though. Cleveland going to Bob. And then Scott. Uh-oh. White Sox going too? Or yes, White Sox off the board now. Ricky D with the next two. Who are we getting, Ricky? Toronto. We've got you Savage in there. And Houston. Houston actually has two decent rookies in this. Jeremy. Is getting Baltimore. Oh no, there's 10 spots left, and Colorado is still on the board for Matt Yu. Josh T enjoying a cruise right now. Oh, never mind. Colorado went to Josh, and it did not fall to Matt. The amount of Rockies cards that I have given Matt in the last 4 years could be studied. Chemo. Getting some Cubbies in your life. Actually, had an Owen Cassie auto today because I had to open another one too, like a degenerate. George. George is going for trout fishing for some Angels. And Matt, who I cannot get the Rockies now. Nice. Got you Oakland. Change it up for you, buddy. Eric. Good luck, sir. The Mets are still sitting here, too, which is a good one. Cincinnati's also a good one. And they're off the board. We've got next one going to Ben. Then after that, the last 5 go to Caleb, and we'll start ripping. Ben has Arizona. I feel like I got you Arizona recently. Right? If I pull the Ohtani, I'm calling the cops first so I have security. Just saying. Atlanta, Texas, Washington, Minnesota, and the Mets going to Caleb. That's a good mix of teams. Boom, boom. Two in a row, yeah. So you're due for Arizona now. Oh, sorry, I got you the Cardinals. That was it. I know I got you Arizona. All right. Let's rip some cards, guys. I will try to not go too slow like that. I know everyone's ready to go to bed. So, kind of, sort of. My chat disappears. Come on, thing. There it goes. All right, fresh case off the truck today. And then I've got one more coming for next week. Or, I don't know, I assume next week. What's today? Tuesday? It might come Friday. It was, it was an expensive one. Oops, sorry. I hit the camera. But we're all degenerates here. We all had to do it. I thought it was pretty wild because obviously boxes have pretty much doubled. I've seen, or apparently, word is there's somewhere in town that's selling these for almost like $500 or something right now. And I got a phone call earlier thanking me for not doing that, which I appreciated, obviously. I think did Corbin sign in this? I did not get the light in anything like this, sir, because that went all to the breakers. I did get a delight of Resurgence football, which is cool, on Friday, because they didn't do jumbos, so I'm assuming that's the why. Obviously, you get all your base in chrome, so there's no worry about that. The Dodger spot, Jim will have some sweet Ohtani money when he inevitably wins MVP again. And then I'm sure Topps Chrome Update will all be chasing Jordan for when he wins MVP. I didn't realize on release day he wasn't in this product. Eric, I am going to guess that you are correct, sir, because the guy who called me is on Beachside. And then the craziest shit about that is people like that who do the well, the price is the price, but look what we've hit out of our thing. They would have hit the same thing if it was cheaper too. Yeah. I don't know. That was the biggest thing this week because obviously, like, I understand the Nationals the biggest thing in the world for trading cards. And we just had Fanatics Fest last week. But like that's literally just hype. Like is it a good thing for the hobby? Absolutely. Great thing. But we're tipping the scales and making the people who make the decisions in the hobby think that the 1% of the hobby that is the National, that is Fanatics Fest, speaks for all of us. And they don't. I'm sorry. Like, I would love to get big cards there and hold those cards for a year or two and come back and sell them for more and like that. That's not my client. That's not what we do. That's not my clientele. You know. All right, there we go. Good. A little bit zoomed in here. Good luck, guys. Right off the bat, Brady House rookie to 250. Going to Washington. And who had Washington? Caleb. Nice shot off the board. Right off. Get going here. Mesa Win Refractor. Royce Lewis X Prism. Murakami Future Stars. I'll top load everything here in a little bit. There's the Ohtani insert. Going to the Dodgers. Andrew Morris for the Twins is our first autograph. And the Twinkies tonight. Let's see. My list looks like shit. Hold on. That's going to drive me up a damn wall. Not paste here. There it goes. That looks better. All right. Twinkies tonight was Caleb. Yellow Refractor. Carter Jensen. That's pretty. That kid's going to be a stud. The Caglione Perspective. I actually wish that was a case hit because they're an absolutely gorgeous card. Freddie Freeman. Mike Yastrzemski. Totally forgot Yastrzemski was on the Braves. I'm not going to lie. Urban Anthony. That's a pretty card. Eldridge. Number to 199, Dylan Cease. Got 2 colors in this one, which not a lot, but I got 0 colors in the one that I opened earlier. So, and that is box 1. Let me sleeve these boys up real quick. I said I'm gonna try to be a efficient, well-oiled machine for you guys tonight. But anyhow, going back to what I'm pissing and moaning about today, like I respect the hell out of the dudes that can go and buy a $30,000 card and hold it for 2 years and make it a $50,000 card like that. But if that's all that we're going to aspire to in this hobby, breaking things like Topps Chrome is dead until you're just chasing Ohtani $12 million cards. And that's not what I want. Just my 2 cents. So many people are just cashing in while they can and just blowing it up to proportions that aren't sustainable. Chrome Update Basketball, to me, is that product. What's up, Jessica? I think, will Chrome Update be fantastic? Absolutely. Seeing $2,200 for a jumbo box online right now, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. Like, obviously the people making all the money are just absolutely loving it. The Steel Cities and stuff that are making $1,200 per box on a jumbo are having the greatest time in the world right now. But where does that leave the rest of us? Oh boy, someone dropped $2,200 on a box of jumbo. Now every card that's in there is $14 a piece, and you're selling them off in my 10-cent box. I don't know. I'm not telling people to don't go to the National, don't go to X Fest, but I don't know. Let common sense prevail. Not everything's hype. Not everyone's going to hit a $12 million card. Not everyone's going to hit a $1 million Skeens card unless they're 11 or something. We got to get people back into enjoying what they love. I do think flagship football is going to be a step in the right direction. Under $150 for a hobby box is like they listened. So I'm hoping that sustains. We got 6 cases of hobby today, by the way, for flagship football. I guarantee they will be under 150. We're gonna cut the wrappers on them. I don't know what it's gonna look like when they release, but I'm sure some idiots will have them at $300 or $400 a box because that never fails us. But we're gonna keep that in line and hope that others fall in line. It's the only way to save it. I'm sorry. It's a slippery slope of they'll pay $300 for flagship. There's no if we'll pay $300 for flagship in 2026, 2027 is not coming out at $140. It's coming out at $299.99, just like what they did to Donruss football. We have to kind of just be aware of that and let good common sense prevail. All right, box number 2, Christian Moore. Oh shit, number 10, Josh Naylor for Seattle. That was the first black I've seen out of this. Let's see. Seattle tonight is Michael S. There's a Josh Naylor for you. Cool card. I know we weren't looking for Josh Naylor in particular, but we'll always take something number 10. All right, Adolis Garcia. That's Connor Griffin. I haven't seen a lot of Connor Griffin in this product, period. Mr. Skeens. Luis Castillo. So 2 colors in this one, too. Both going to Seattle, though. Jose Contreras. Chase Mydroth. He almost beat the Yankees tonight. That is the one thing about Chrome. Like, is it a Ohtani base for Jim? Love or hate the autograph checklist on this product. It's completely random. There's an Ohtani on the what was that, future or road versus or home, whatever. But cool card. Top load that guy. Hey, there's a Schlittler refractor. I said we hadn't seen anything of his. Judge. Nice. Carson Williams rookie auto of Tampa Bay. That's going to Jonathan. See, Jonathan, I told you weren't cursed with Tampa Bay either. As we were saying. There's no like kiss of death in a product like this because there's so many autographs. Pete Alonso diamond moments going to the Mets. That's going to Caleb. Future Stars Caglione. And box number 2. Box number 2 is cool. I like that. Let's see. Where's all my regular top sleeves? Ooh, I should put more deodorant on before I left the house. Damn. I stink. We went to Metro Diner, and then had me some huevos rancheros, got the meat sweats, promptly sat home on my ass and watched Shark Week with Alyssa. And I smell like huevos rancheros at Shark Week and shame right now. And then Topps Tributes tomorrow. Speaking of things that have gotten unaffordable, I love Tribute. Always love Tribute. And it's always been an expensive product. I remember when Alyssa was working at MVP, I think I paid $5.50 for a box for Evan 1 year. I think that was 2020, the Luis Robert chase. And I got absolutely massacred on that. So, floating at $600 and $700 last couple years is crazy, but not too crazy. And I think it's 8 tomorrow. Of course, it's 1,000 online, but we're better than that. That I won't break. I only got 2 cases of it, and they're 4-box cases. If they do a wave 2 of it, we'll totally break one of those. I know we broke one. I think it was last year we broke one or 2 years ago, and that was the one we had the Nolan Ryan auto, stuff like that. That was a really fun product. What's up, Caleb? You got Atlanta, Texas, Washington, Minnesota, and the Mets. You got Minnesota with the first auto, but it wasn't anyone special. Yeah, if I could get another case of Tribute and we could break it at 32 to 3,500 or something, like $100 a team, $110 a team, something like that, all day, every day, we'll do it. But we shall see. I like the Barry Bonds focus this year. Granted, it's going to make people who hit Bonds cards or bought Bonds cards like I did last year go down, but I had to have one. But I'm glad that he's starting to get the hobby love he deserves. And he absolutely belongs in the Hall of Fame, and I don't care what anyone says. I will die on that hill. There's some green. Also, I very much enjoyed watching people try to sell cases of Topps Chrome Blasters in some of the rooms, guaranteeing case hits. And obviously, Topps does pack odds, not case hits, like Panini. So these dudes got dragged instead of getting scalped. That was kind of fun. All right, box number 3. Good luck, guys. I'll move this down a little further. There we go. Oh, shit. Right off the bat. Noah Cameron, numbered. Is that numbered? Not numbered. No, Noah Cameron going to Kansas City. That is going to Dave G. Nice card. I love that look. I hope this look stays in future years of Chrome. Like just a very classy look, and I would build a checklist of that if there was something I cared about. Seth Lugo, Rosarina. Let's see what kind of cool green we're getting. Yamamoto, Trout, and Kyle Teal, number to 99 on the image variation, going to the White Sox. Chicago White Sox is going to Scott R. There you go, sir. I do too, Ben. That's just clean. Like some of these things, it's like, why don't you guys just build a whole set like that? The Bowman Sterling inserts that they did recently, same thing. It's like, oh, they're so good. Freddie Freeman. That is also the that looks like the World Series short print on that one, correct? Number 752. So yes, that is Freddie Freeman, Dodgers. You got something to go with your Yamamoto Superfractor. Minion incoming. Dude, I would love to see that. Those things are popping off money-wise. The hell's on that top loader? I promise it's on the top loader, not the card, but that's sweet. All right. Tatis. Mr. Montgomery. Mr. Skeens again. We have another color. Acuna. Manny Machado to 199 going to Steve H. Mizorowski. Mark McGuire. There's the Ohtani on the 75th as well. Cool little box. I have a feeling there's going to be some Dodger fans who overpay for some of these World Series cards. I saw the number to 50 of that Yamamoto did $3,000 in one of the rooms the other day. I was like, holy hell. Was it $3,000? $2 or $3,000. It was a lot, though. I know I sent it to Jim when I saw it get sold. All right, box number 4. That's crazy, dude. It's also crazy to me that people get 30 cases at a time of this shit. Like me dropping 100 G's on a product just to have that much of it alone is insane to me. I am definitely not living in the same stratosphere as those people. But maybe those are the people who could afford a $12 million bounty. Who knows? Like, that was one of those things that kind of bothered me, was a $12 million bounty on a card that's probably worth 1 to 2. It just feels like it's a dick showing game. There's no polite way of saying it. Yeah, dude, I saw I think it was Skeens or Judge did over $2,000. And I was like, that's an impressive ass minion. And you know that you know damn well that the Cooper Flag minion's gonna do crazy money. One of my buddies, he's one of our customers here, he said he watched some kid drop like $50,000. No, we didn't hit a minion, Jonathan. He spent over like $50,000 chasing Ohtani in Dynasty, which was insane. Dude, I don't think they pay it out because I don't think it exists. Like, it exists, but it's like, did they wait until someone pulled it? You know, something. I don't know. I just feel like it's crazy that someone could say $12 million to tie up on one baseball card. Maybe I'm crazy and I have no concept of money when it gets that big. Who knows? I also have not seen a Radiating Rookies, period, in this product, which is crazy because we went through like 5 cases of this already. All right, we are going to have, oh shit, that's cool. Ultraviolet case hit, Jack Caglione going to Kansas City, Dave G. I absolutely love these. This is my favorite Ultraviolet by a country mile. Well, that's the thing, Caleb. You got to think it went in wave 3, right? Because you know damn well this product is going to just hit the toilet when that card gets hit. And then all of us are going to be stuck holding the bag on that. Freddie Freeman. And then we've got Okamoto for the Blue Jays on the that one. That I always forget the name of. Mr. Trout. There's McGonigal. Haven't seen him yet. Cole Young on the negative. Going to Seattle. Card that is bent to all hell here. Look at that Michael Busch card. I'm throwing that one on the toilet, Chicago. Sorry. It's a base card. I don't know what the hell happened there. Yeah. Sitting in a blaster at Dick's. Dude, it wouldn't surprise me. Sal Stewart on the Prism. Carson Seymour for San Francisco is our next autograph today. And that is going to Michael S. And that's not who we're looking for. Very pretty auto. But Mookie. Randy Clement upside down for no reason. J.J. Weatherholt. Kid's a stud. Shane Smith to 75 for the White Sox. Here, Kami. All right, well, we've seen a case hit already, so that's a nice one. We'll have stuff to post on our recap later, knowing that. The jumbo has been weird as hell. Those have been like one loaded box per case, and it's just like absolutely loaded. And then the rest of it has been picking up the scraps. So at least Hobby seems to be distributing it a little bit better here. Also, it got hot in this room. I don't know why. I turned down the AC. I don't know if it turned itself back up or what, but damn. And I will do my best to get this sorted tonight, guys. Obviously, I got to get up for work in the morning. So if I don't get it done, don't be mad at me. But I will try. Honestly, Ricky, I don't even know if it's Topps getting lazy. I'm wondering if maybe like there's a certain amount of it that's intentional. Because I felt like Panini had some of those boxes too on some of these products where just everything was good. And then you'd open another box and be like, what the hell did I just open? I opened a Select Racing and I got 2 drivers who don't even race. Like, not retired, just not good enough. And then you'll get other ones. I'll have a case hit, a tie-dye to 25 auto, like that. And it's just like, dude, what the hell? Because I feel like, Jonathan, we are on box 5, sir. So like I said, I'm trying to haul ass here. Like, you think maybe they juice certain boxes just so that people could say, hey, look, I can turn $300 or $400 into $2,000 instead of like, hey, we all turn $300 into $200 or whatever. I don't know. And like for me, like obviously I'm always a strong supporter of most of the products that Leaf does. Like Artist Sport this week, absolutely phenomenal product. But you open a $300-something box and you plan on getting $200 to $300 worth of cards in every single box. If they change their game plan and hey, a bunch of those boxes were now $50 boxes, but then you loaded 4 monsters in one box per case, and all of a sudden there's one box that's, oh man, that's a $1,300 box. It would probably drive Leaf products. But then it also is like, hey, what's got hit out of this case, you know? And like one of those things I really like about Leaf is pick a box, any box, there's usually something good in there. So, I don't know. Just my theory. I could be dead wrong on this. All right. Box number 5. Good luck, guys. Jo Adell. Carson Bench. Altuve. Christian Walker looks like a cancer patient in that picture. Just gonna say it. We got orange coming up, which is dope. It is Fernando Tatis Jr. on the color match going to the Padres, going to Steve. Very pretty card, Steve. And then Ozzie Smith Diamond Moments going to St. Louis. That flip is going to get put on the trading cards probably until the end of time. I'm just going to say that. Not mad at it, but Artist Sport, I think it's $350, Scott. We bought a personal case because I am a sucker for that product. Actually, my Ohtani auto is out of Artist Sport back in 2023. And absolute gorgeous card because when they do the drawings and stuff on these cards, it makes the not licensed thing not look bad. So if you do it right, do it very right. Like my Ohtani card right now, Card Ladder has it like $11,000, which is crazy, but you know, oh, it's a Leaf card, but it's a hell of a card. All right. Skeens. There's an Aaron Judge on the Prism. Wish he was going for MVP again, but my man's hurt. Trey Savage short print going to the Blue Jays. Toronto's going to Ricky. That kid's a beast. There's an Ohtani on the Wrecking Crew. There's a card stuck to a card. Zach Cole, base just stuck. Another stuck card. What'd you guys do here? That was gross. Glaber. Chad Stevens for the Angels. That is our most exciting autograph so far. Going to George. Sorry, George. I mean, you hit, but meh. The card looks cool. The refractor of Pages just looks nice. Yeah, Scott, that's such a pretty product. We ended up opening like 6 boxes of our case, and then Landon came and bought the rest of it, which is cool because he got a bunch of soccer stuff. When I don't collect soccer, but obviously the soccer stuff will make you money. But his kid likes soccer, so that was all's well that ends well thing. And I got my Mario Andretti auto. He was like the weird thing that I wanted out of that product because I've met Mario, I have his autograph like that. Did not have a trading card of his that was autographed, and I needed that. And I also feel like Panini is just dropping the ball on that. You have one of the greatest drivers of all time who raced NASCAR in the 60s. Get that man to sign autographs before he dies. Yeah, I agree, Ricky. Box number 6. This guy puts the halfway point, and it's only 11:08, so we're doing pretty good. We should be out of here by 12. Like, I know I'm probably not talking to a NASCAR crowd, but people know who the GOATs are. You could be a regular collector and be like, I know who Mario Andretti is. I know who AJ Foyt is. Those guys are alive. Put their asses in autographs. I do not want any more Zachary Tinkle autographs. And I feel the same way about baseball, football, all of them. It's like, capitalize on the guys you have. Like, I get, hey, we're only going to get 30 Calvin Johnson autos from Panini in a year. But, come on. I would much rather have a Megatron or Adrian Peterson or something than a linebacker for the Browns. Everything doesn't have to be about money. My 2 cents, but like, money's nice. But I like, this is a collectible, and I like opening things and saying, I'm going to collect that card and put it in my PC. And maybe it's not about the, oh man, I lost $200 on this box, as much as like, oh shit, I hit a box and I really like that card, which is the Mario Andretti box. Like, you know what? If that was the best auto in the box, it's probably an $80 card. But I was happy out of a $350 box. And that's the damn goal. Box 6, I'm going to move that because there looks like there's some yellow there. You're getting some decent color out of this box. Derek Jeter. There is a Hunter Green on the negative. I feel like the sepias and the negatives are harder this year than in prior years, or else it's just me. Brandon Lowe going to the Pirates to 199. That is going to Sebastian. First time I've called his name. Aaron Judge Refractor. Sarah Basallo. Matt Olson. Denzel Clark. I don't know why I expect logical things either. What the hell am I thinking? All right. Oh, damn. Number to 25, Shane Smith for the White Sox. Chicago White Sox, Scott Ramiro. Guess what this means? You are also getting that damn ball off the shelf. That Chris Sale autograph ball is numbered to 50 or below, and we finally saw something. So, Scott, when you come in, that is yours, because that was hit in store, and we got yellow right behind it. Second auto, Jacob Marcy going to the Marlins, number to 275. Diana on the board. We have not had anyone in store hit a damn card yet. So finally. All right, that was cool. We will take that. J.P. Crawford. The Dingler. We are half done, guys. Let me top load these cards real quick. I told you, there's always Miami auto, man. Kansas City, Miami, Colorado, those teams always eating these products. I hate it because obviously with Caglione and Carter Jensen, there's 2 studs on the Kansas City thing, or else you'd see me buying up Kansas City in these products just to go hit autos like that. A couple years ago, like Vinny Pasquantino time, dear God. I absolutely love those. That autograph layout on these. One of the cleanest things they have done. Boom. Right. Box number 7. Hopefully everyone's still awake. Still got 14 of you watching. Yeah, dude, Kansas City always cleans up on that. And I think Kansas City, part of it is some of these teams are also really good about calling up prospects, using them like that, which makes it easier for the for Topps to have players. I'm gonna turn on my fan real quick. Got toasty in here. Ooh, there we go. Oh, Breeze. That's what's up. I have one of those crappy, like $20 freestanding oscillating fans in my downstairs at home, just to kind of get air flowing around because it's a two-story house, so it doesn't really get as cold as it should downstairs. And Pickles is just infatuated with that damn fan, which is funny because Scrambles, my last ginger, was also infatuated with that damn fan. So there's things that got passed on from the bloodline of gingers, apparently. Wait, if you're 101 Caminero, I like it. It was the funniest shit, though. This morning, I rewind. Sunday, we went to Bob Evans for breakfast while we were in Tampa, and they had the 2 for $10 breads and stuff. So I brought home a thing of like the iced blueberry bread, and had a piece of it the other day. And Pickles like starts freaking out, and I didn't give him any. This morning, Alyssa was giving the cats treats before we leave for work, and I'm eating a piece of blueberry bread. He will not eat treats if there's blueberry bread. The dude just starts losing his mind. And I had to give him crumbs of bread to get him to eat his treats with it. And then Alyssa's trying to put the bread in a Ziploc bag because I broke the box. And the dude is throwing his whole body at a damn box. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? It was cute, but it was dumb. All right, box number 7. That's cool. Number 25, Los Angeles Dodgers. Kirk Gibson chromographs. Dodgers going to Jim P. This is what I was talking about. I would much rather see a Kirk Gibson auto in my box than a handful of others. That's cool. Cool one right off the bat in that box. Another base Ohtani. Lars Nootbaar. That dude's going to get traded. The Nootbaar. Cal Raleigh. Dude needs to get it together. But yeah, Scramble's my last cat. He was also like banana bread, breads like that. Dude had a problem. So to see that continue on and them never knowing each other is adorable. All right. Javi Baez to 250. Going to Detroit. Caminero Refractor. Francisco Lindor. Nick Kurtz Future Stars. All right. Newt probably goes to Atlanta. I could see that. I also have a problem with banana bread, so I can't say anything. I'm one of those weird people, like, I love banana bread and banana pudding and like that, but, like, if you just give me a banana, probably don't want it. Partially because I'm fat, but other just the consistency. Right. On to the next one. Box number 8. Fruits are weird, and I love fruit. I wish fruit wasn't so damn expensive. But I also don't understand why grapes are so delicious and peaches are so delicious. And then why grape flavored and peach flavored things are disgusting. Was the subtle taste not good enough for you? Banana pudding is like, that is nectar of the gods. And I am so glad that the rednecks adopted that with barbecue. It's mostly because barbecue is like one of my favorite food groups. And if I get barbecue, I can convince Alyssa to go because there's banana pudding involved. Because Alyssa's like one of those once a month or every other month kind of girls for barbecue, and I could eat it like 3 times a week. So, sometimes we'll just order some Four Rivers or something off of DoorDash and just sneak in a banana pudding, keep her calm. Eating cards. Dude, that is like the stupidest thing for me is the 220 bridge. It has zero bearing on my life from day to day, except for 4 trees. And I love 4 trees. And since we close at 7, I cannot make it to 4 trees before they close. Or if I do, it's right before it closes, and I don't want to be that guy. If I have to go down and around until that bridge reopens. And it kills me. So we haven't been there in probably a year, and I'm pissed. All right. Box number 8. Aaron Judge. Grant Taylor. That was a decent auto. White Sox. That's going to Scott R. Like, I hate being that guy with food. Like, if they close at 8, I'm not going to get there at 7:40. There's an Otani extract. That'll be $40, I'm sure, coming in a couple months. Harrison Bader. And Paul Goldschmidt to 199 for the Yankees. We haven't really said anything for the Yankees for Brandon. So there you are, sir. This has been a pretty unexciting box thus far. There's the Newt Bar again. Is that a... No, I'm just crazy. Don't listen to me. Corey Seager. There's a Murakami. Not a lot of Murakami sightings in this so far. Make some room up here for them last 4 boxes. Yeah, that was a tough box. That one's where you turn $340 or whatever it is into 15. Dude, weather tomorrow looks awful. I got the notification of the extreme heat warning like 15 minutes before I left to come back here, and I was already just like moaning. I was like, hell no. I am so glad I don't work in the heat anymore. I feel like we got lucky because we had a late summer this year. May into June wasn't that bad compared to the years I've lived here so far. But it has been rough when it got hot. We went to Tampa Saturday night, and it was still in the 90s heat index at like midnight. And of course, we're outside. It's like, this sucks, guys. I had 3 drinks, and I was like, I just want to die now. It's just too damn hot. It's not enjoyable when you drink in that kind of heat. Iced tea and banana pudding, yes sir. I am so about that religion. I wish that these didn't get packed out. Like they just did fat packs of Chrome. And then instead of having 20 packs of 4 cards, they just did 10 packs of 8 cards. Or something to that effect. Or 12 packs of 6 cards. I don't know. Less packs would be perfectly fine with me on this product. The smaller blaster box thing is immensely satisfying to me. All right. Box number 9. Got some purple right off the bat. Juan Soto to 75 going to the Mets. Who had the Mets tonight? That is going to Caleb. Last team. 2 Bo Bichettes in a row for Alyssa just to piss her off. We're holding out hope that there's a Murakami. That was the guy going for $100 on Saturday. I don't know if it still is, but I have one on the wall for like 70 because I know it's going to fall. I haven't checked it this week. Here's another case hit. Chase Burns. Shadow Etch. Cincinnati. That's going to Eric. There you are, Eric. Troy Melton on the negative. This box is getting back to the good. Well, hop. Colson Montgomery Future Stars. That's a banger. Number to 250 going to Boston. Diana, I told you Boston was a team here. Roman Anthony, rookie auto to 250. Now that's a monster. That card would do some good money. Congrats, Diana. That's why we play the game, right? Diana's on a heater every time she breaks with us. I don't think I've let her down once. That goes with my Caglione. Also, I'll let you know Alyssa picked this case. The other case went up on the shelf today, so if you guys decide that that one's better. I was in a meeting at my job, and UPS came. And she picked her poison, which worked out absolutely perfect because we sold our last box, and then UPS showed up. The Pujols Perspective is a neat card. So it's one I hadn't seen compared to the rest. All right, that is the end of that box. Nice box. Congrats, Diana. Congrats, Cincinnati. We've got 3 boxes left. It's 11:30. We are dead on track here for what I was hoping for. How many more shipments do you expect? I do not, sir. I've got one more hobby coming, and that is it. And after that, well, will they hold this back until it goes absolutely through the moon and sells another one at $500 a box? Probably. But with how allocations are now, I just say yes to everything and hope and pray, sir. The jumbos that are up there, I think there's 5 left right now. That is it. I don't try to support the other shops selling these. Again, personal preference. Sometimes the margins are exactly the same. Hell, they had someone selling them for less than my price on them the other day. But to me, I feel like I would rather see shops that get 20 cases of shit get stuck with it. Because, hey, Diana, yes, you're welcome. If some of these shops stop saying yes to everything and just expecting others to take it for them at full pop, things won't get better for a little shop like us. So that's my 2 cents on that. Like, if I have to have it, like Chrome update a few months ago and couldn't get any more, yeah, I grab it. Jumbos are they're up to $650 because my cost on them was over $6 now, which is insane. Anthony Siegler to $199 for the Brewers. That's a pretty card. He's not a slouch. That has gone to Milwaukee. Diego. I know it's not Mizorowski, but that's a nice one. Weird ass autograph. But no, like I had a opportunity to grab Chrome Platinum again yesterday from another shop, but it was $3,100 a case. You're like, okay, you probably got this allocated back when it was $2,000 a case or under $2,000 a case. You sat on it for a month, and now you're gonna make full pop on it. You could have sold that to your customers because you know damn well that it's not on a shelf because you can't keep that on a shelf. It's encouraging bad behavior when I fix their problems for them. Jeremy Pena. Chrome Update Basketball is in a couple weeks, sir. I've got one jumbo. I have the jumbo boxes up on Shopify for pre-order. That way, if any of the crazy Asians want to buy them, they can. Then I think I got 2 cases of hobby. That looks good. That Soto. It's a pretty card. I actually hadn't seen the Soto yet in person either. Logan Webb to 99. Password. Julio. That was a very, also kind of underwhelming box. Yeah, I don't see me putting out Chrome Update jumbos at $2,200 a box with a straight face. I'm not doing it. I just assume sell that case if I can. If I sell it in store, it'll probably be like 14 or 15, which is still absolute insanity to me. They didn't even, because they always tell us we get 20% margins on it. They didn't even give us 20% on it. They were just expecting it to be $2,000, I think. 2 boxes left. Let's get something more adventurous in that box. I was honestly kind of hoping, like, Alyssa actually hit a Cam Schlittler auto at a tier 1 redemption. Out of the first box we opened to that, we opened almost a case of tier 1 this year for ourselves because I am a sucker for that product. And of course, I get the player I want in the first box from her, and I kept opening it like an idiot. And, or broke, got a couple breaks, and also got destroyed. But I was hoping that would get fulfilled by now since he signed in Chrome. I'm excited for that. That guy. Right. Getting down to the nitty gritty, guys. I'm gonna call this case, so far like a 6 out of 10. It hasn't been atrocious, but hasn't had any. Just Thurman Anthony and the Cags have been doing the heavy lifting. Let's see what we can do to make that better. Ellie, we're gonna have some purple right off the bat here. Shohei Ohtani to 75. Jim, there's some Ohtani in your life, sir. That'll help things out a little bit. Mr. Ohtani. All right. Roger Clemens. Yeah, Murakami, I don't know. I don't know if I've seen any get redeemed yet. I'm glad his market's still super strong, though. Trout Refractor. Chase Burns Refractor. Chase Burns stuff's doing really well. Paid 500. Yeah, probably about what that card's doing right now, which is nuts. The Ohtani market is not sustainable. I don't care what anyone says. Pujols again. Numbered to 30, Chris Bassett going to Baltimore. Baltimore tonight is Jeremy. That's the first time I've called Baltimore for anything, I think. Pretty card, though. CJ Kefis is our auto going to the Guardians. Cleveland tonight is Sunkel. All right. One more box. The Ohtani was the biggest card in that box. All right. We got one more shot at a nice auto here, guys. Yeah, it is definitely. I wish I could break more of this, but obviously at market pricing, no. Yes and no, Caleb. The low to mid end market of these $100 to $300 cards are more of a safe bet. But the Ohtani, Jordan, Kobe market has to see a ceiling. And right now, we're all just enjoying crypto dudes who got wasted between crypto and Trump coin over the last 6 months. And that's why the GOATs are getting bought. It's not, oh man, I'm a Michael Jordan fan, I'm an Ohtani fan. This is a household name. This is what I know. And it's kind of like just putting your money into safe stocks at this point. And they're just going so quickly that you could buy a card on Monday for 500 and sell it on Saturday for 600. Are we going to enjoy the hell of it while I can? Yes. I posted on my personal thing, so people who are friends with me saw, dude offered me over 70 grand for my Jordan, and it was at 30 a year ago. And I still said no because I looked at what the cost of replacing that card is right now, that I need 80 to replace it. And it's like, okay, well, I'll hold out till that card gets to 100. This, Jonathan, like I said, this was, I got one more hobby case for the shelf, and that is it, unless they decide they want to do a wave 4. 3 waves of this was already a lot, so I don't expect to see anything more on this. Especially because Tribute comes out tomorrow. We just got billed for Pristine today, which was expensive. Got 2 cases of that. So I don't think they're going to keep running this into the ground. And sell it to you. It's the Platinum Portraits Jordan, numbered to 10 auto. That is my baby. But we're just, Alyssa and I discussed it. It's like, I have no desire to sell that card, but there's going to come a day where it's like, I want to be a snowbird. Then I'll sell that card. Last box. Good luck, guys. Parker Messick. Is that a third Guardians auto in this case? It's a very sunkel thing there to hit 3 autos if we did. All right, last stack, guys. Let's hope for something cool here, because Parker Messick's not what I was hoping for. Wyatt Langford to 250. All right, let's hope for something cool. Looks like there's something different over here. I don't know what. Nah, it's a home and away. Perspectives. Damn it. I was excited when I saw 2 of those cards back to back. Well, we're going to Minnesota for Christmas this year. James Wood short print. Going to Washington at the end here. Washington tonight is... That's going, Caleb. But we're going to Minnesota, and that's like one of those states we wanted to check out. It's nice and cold there. All right. Well, thankfully we have that wood card, but Jonathan, if I become snowbirds, I haven't thought that far yet. But I think it would probably be 3 to 5 years from now. So in which case, Mike will better like working. No, I don't know. It's definitely I'm 40. I'll be 41 this year. I'm not that old yet, but I still trying to get my life in order, you know. And for me, like, having a couple nice trading cards means I won't spend the money. Like, if you put 80 grand in my bank right now, I will blow all that shit in like 2 weeks. But with cards, it's like, okay, I have to actually calculate selling this, which, you know, makes me more responsible of an adult somehow. Even though I spent all this money to hit the cards, I could just save the money, but we don't talk about that. All right, guys, let's do a quick recap. Of course, Ben. All right, Parker Messick, auto, Langford 250, James Wood image, Bassett 30, Siegler auto, Soto,
Chase Burns on the case hit. Goldie. Grant Taylor auto. Newt Bohr. The Kirk Gibson to 25. One of my favorite cards in the whole box. All right. Hey, you'll be around. Perfect. And by that time, hopefully I can. The Shane Smith 25, which finally gets one of the balls off the shelf. Excuse me. Trey Savage short print. We got some good short prints in this box. Tatis 25. Ozzie Smith Diamond Moments. Carson Seymour. Shane Smith. Manny Machado. Freddie Freeman on the World Series short print. Kyle Teal short print. The Noah Cameron. Carson Williams auto. Josh Naylor to 10. Brady House. Andrew Morris for the Twinkies. Dylan Cease. And then we had our Ohtani to 75. We had our Caglione Ultraviolet. And we had our Roman Anthony at 250. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to start getting this sorted tonight. Then I'm going to bed.